Okay. I think this makes it my third stream in the last 24 hours. Oh boy. Right, let's get it done. Digital soup, motherfuckers. Wait, that's not who we are. Welcome, one and all, to episode 151. Hey, we've completed the Kanto Pokédex. We have a podcast now for every Pokemon in Kanto. So episode 151 of the Pokemon podcast. I'm AJ, this is Meg, and I am very tired. I'm not as disappointed as I was at 7 o'clock this morning. I've had some time to sleep on things. I've had some time to ruminate on things, and I have a giant bar of Psycho. Look at this thing, it's bloody huge. So yeah. So I have a giant bar of Psycho, so I'm happy enough. But
the urge to just
yeah. But then the Pokemon event happened, and it was like night and day.
Yeah.
Like, I put the tweet out, and I stand by it. The Pokemon Presents accomplished in 15 minutes what the Digimon convention couldn't in 6 hours. So I came out of Pokemon going, oh my god, I'm excited. There's a new generation. Mobile games are getting their thing. Yeah, sure. Fair enough. The DLC for Arceus, free DLC. A special event to get Shaman in BDSP, which hopefully means that we'll get the Azure Flute event and we'll get the other letter so we can get Arceus and Darkrai into BDSP. And then Gen 9, they just went, November. No, they said late 2022, but if you look at the track record for like previous mainline releases, it's a November title. So that's what they've done. November, the kids. Exactly. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Interesting name choices. Yeah, I like the Violet logo. Looks a bit more spacey than the Scarlet logo, which is very ruby-ish, very jewelry-like.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
No.
Aggressive. Like Violet looks spaced out.
Yeah.
And
kind of like what we have on the background here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Scarlet looks like, Fire Nation are attacking.
Yeah, but it's interesting, like they've gone back to colors, but not only have they gone back to colors, they've kind of in a way gone back to red and blue. So have we just come full circle on things? Is this going to be some sort of soft reboot? I don't think so, given that it looks like it's based in Poke Spain. Hey Jackie, thanks for joining in.
Hey Jackie.
Hope you're keeping well.
It's definitely people are.
Yeah.
And the names.
And then the names of the Pokemon. So we have Sprigatito, we have Fuecoco, and we have Quaxley. And of course, I said it on the live reaction. Of course, it's named Quaxley, because what else would it have been called?
Yeah. So someone tweeted, Quaxley's the foreign exchange.
Yeah.
The other two are Spanish. He's not.
No, he's clearly transferred over from like Galar or something. Lord Quaxley. But it looks like someone tried to combine Don Quixote with a duck, and they went Quaxley. I love Sprigatito. I really do. Spring. Is it Spree or Spring? There's no end, so it is just Spree. Okay. Sprigatito. I love it. I want it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait till November. Fuecoco is adorable. It's going to make a hell of a plush. Like, it's going to be a plush that just sits there and you're going to look at it every time and go, you're so dumb, but I love you.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
They just have that stupid smile.
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't like
you're
this.
So stupid, I love you.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
If he's meant to be
He does look like an apple, and that's like
And he looks like a peeled apple.
yeah, and
That
that's
I
like
thought was like a skull.
yeah,
And
and
then
that,
we were talking, and we were like, "Oh, if he was a pepper, he'd be hollow. How scary would that be?"
yeah, because you're right, because like peppers they aren't like apples when you peel them or cut them. They're hollow on the inside. So
They do have some white.
no, and that's why I think a lot of people went, oh, it's an applin thing. And even I was like, oh, we've done this already. And I wasn't pushed on it at first because like, oh, apple dragon. We've kind of done this already. No, it's a pepper crocodile. I'm like, red for alligator? Are we just doing a pepper themed Totodile thing? Really fun. But I do love him, but I think
I really want the cat to be
I really want, like, I really just want the cat to be grass litten and like just be a luchador by the end of it. Like, I don't know if they're going to stick to like Spain or if they're going to go, well, Spanish is Spanish and a lot of media does that, you know, as good or bad as you find that, or as insensitive as it may be, which, you know, I think it is. Like, I think Spain and Latin America, you know, just because there's similarities in the culture doesn't mean they should all just get jumbled together.
Yeah, sure. Have trouble.
Oh yeah, because the dialects and words and yeah, like different words for fruits like banana and different things. So just yeah, like I don't want
Ireland, and I couldn't understand.
Yeah. So like it's one of those things. I don't want them all to get lumped together, but at the same time I do want Sprigatito to just be another wrestling cat. Because I will put together a wrestling team of like how Lucha is in the game, Sprigatito. Hopefully I can import Incineroar. You know, just put this team together. Machamp, who's clearly meant to be a wrestler, right? That'd be my dream team right now, just on the hopes that Sprigatito. Hitmontop, the one's basically a Beyblade. The spiky bit, and he's upside down. Yeah, Hitmon. Yeah, I think he's meant to be a judo thing. Or no, not judo. Jesus, capoeira. Yeah, I think that's his gimmick. That's why he's upside down and he's up. Yeah. He's basically doing spinaroonies.
In my head.
Yeah.
You said capoeira.
But like it looks fun.
I was gonna say Eddie Guerrero.
No, Viva la Raza. Yeah, and you see that would be like if you know, if they start throwing stuff like that out. Yeah, it's gonna be a different kind of game. Like it's already like we're all playing.
Sprigatito just coming in the car with
yeah,
the bell.
on the Sprigatito, like just on his lowrider, Mamacita. And that's what I don't want them to do. Obviously, I don't want them to just don't want them to lump it all like because Spain has a very rich culture they can pull from, and the architecture looks really good. The textures on the Pokemon look really good. I'm really excited for Gen 9, just based on what we've seen. I want to see more of the new Pokemon. I want to see them in action. I want to see them animated. Yeah, you know, and we'll get that. Like they'll do like I think we'll like they'll show off more of the game in following previous track records. We'll get more of the game in April, and then we'll get like another thing in like September, October, and then it'll just feel like every day they're spoiling stuff. You'll see Twitter going, "Stop telling us about the game!" Happens every year, and it's weird to think now Pokemon is a yearly series like an Assassin's Creed or a Call of Duty. That's kind of scary to think about that we've gotten to that point. Yeah.
And I'm like, focus on.
Wager another small new roster. Yeah, well, I mean, at the same, I don't want to be catching like 1,000 Pokemon at the same time, you know. Also, Juggernaut, hello, and Yami, thank you for joining in. Yeah, like I don't want 1,000 new Pokemon, so you know, I'd have been happy, you know, with what they've shown off. Like they've shown off like what Psyducks, Combies, Sevipers, Magnemites, Pikachu, because of course, I like if they keep them like the old stuff, like kind of in its own pocket and focus on a lot of new stuff, I think that'd be really good. But I don't think they'll do that.
I just want them thing that you're talking about.
Oh, you just start over.
You can't get the old ones.
That was one of my favorite things.
That would make so much more sense.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things about Black and White. You had to start over. Old reliable? Nope, not until you beat the game.
That's like me going
Make
out.
new favorites, cowards.
It's like me going out on wanting to catch a new pet and expecting mallard in the of or
Yeah.
on safari or
Yeah.
That's not how it works. You go to a new place
Yeah. Now,
and then you can start bringing your old stuff in.
was it XY where the old mom were locked till after you finished the game, so you had to use no Black and White. Yeah, X and Y. No, there was new Mon. There was a mix of old and new in X and Y as well. Like the game just hands you Lucario halfway through and just goes have fun. So yeah, there was a mix of old and new in X and Y. Huh? Oh, they all yeah, they basically do, yeah. Like they hand out legendaries like candy now. So I love so for this Digimon podcast, we spent the first 10 minutes talking about Pokemon. Well,
yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were sort of still setting up while the starting soon screen was running. We said we did during the Pokemon Presents thing that we streamed earlier on. We did say this would be a thing. Hey Casey, thanks for joining in. Welcome. That's because I have very little good things to say about Digimon Con.
Yeah, like I slept through it and
No, you chose the better option. I streamed for 6 hours like a mad person thinking there would be something worth staying up for.
Yeah, I stayed up for the games.
No.
Anything. Oh, we swapped. Thinking about but this one.
Yeah.
No.
So that's like
and
so
then the card game happened.
Yeah.
Because I don't. But, like it was good to watch people play, and that the thing they had going on was.
Which the general public are not getting. They're not going to turn that into a dueling simulator like Yu-Gi-Oh! They're just like, no, this is for events only. You can't have it. Oh, okay. I would give you $60 for it though.
It's like when people would be buying the physical cards and with the cards.
Like Pokemon does that.
Yeah, if you get the code with physical cards, then game or something.
Yeah. But Bandai and good ideas. Unless
good ideas for Digimon.
Yeah, good ideas. Yeah, if it was Dragon Ball, they'd have about 60 games out by now. But like I've slept on it and I've had a bit of time to ruminate on it. And my favorite part of the whole con was the art thing, was the illustration competition. Because some of those designs were, oh my god, they're absolutely gorgeous. Like, there's the one of Lilymon, and it's like this Art Deco kind of thing, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
I love all the art that's popping up on Twitter.
Yeah, like the art that's popping up on Twitter now that the artists aren't.
Yeah,
now that the artists aren't under like an NDA or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the logic of we don't include too many obscure Digimon because casual fans won't recognize them, but we also refuse to ever put them in the spotlight to get people familiar with them. Yeah, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. But, and people were like, oh, would you ever port the Wonder Swan games to modern consoles so more people could play them? Well, the Wonder Swan games, the Ryo Akiyama games, they're tied to the anime, so we'd have to change some stuff, so probably not.
Or you could just take the games, port the games, then repackage the anime and that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, what about ports of games like Redigitize Decode, which never came out in American or European or any other territories but Japan. Well, porting from 3DS to modern consoles is too hard and requires resources that basically saying Bandai won't give them the money for. And I'm like, guys, that was a PSP game that you ported to 3DS, added a new story chapter onto, and then shipped out. You could just reverse engineer that back to PSP and port that.
Yeah, like sure, there's still a copy of the PSP version somewhere that they could just add in this other story bit to and rejig a few.
Yeah.
They could skip the 3DS part completely.
Yeah.
But
I can't imagine the control scheme is so different between the PSP and the 3DS version that you can't just take these story components and then just paste the PSP battles control options back into the 3DS exclusive story pieces. Any news on Rearise, or has it been forgotten about? Oh, that's going away. Rearise is finishing up soon. Yeah, they're putting out some final chapter, and then that's kind of it.
That came up.
Yeah, that was announced before the con, alright. So that's not news from the con, but that was the scuttlebutt before the convention. You know, so the answers for the video game segment were all very non-committal, and the other reason I don't like it is because the answers were very much like, you know, they didn't want to say no, but there's obviously no plans to do these things, and that upsets me more than if they had just said, we don't have plans, move on.
Yeah, because every answer, you know, she was like, and what about so-and-so game? And he was like, yes, this happened, but no.
Yeah.
You're like, he was so enthusiastic starting off. You're like, oh, there's news. Oh, no.
No, it was like, there was a question like, would you consider putting the X-Antibody Digimon into a new game? And he's like, well, the X-Antibody Digimon are very interesting, but we're not actually going to do anything with them at this time. But we may do something in future. So tell us on social media what you want. What? And that was it. Every question that was asked, that was basically it. Well, we had considered this, but it would consume resources. So let us know on social media. And it's this sort of false sense of hope that, oh, if we bug them enough, they'll actually do it. When in reality, you read between the lines, like, we're not actually going to do this thing. Because, again, that thing that Juggernaut said about obscure Digimon. Like, oh, we wouldn't put lesser-known Digimon into the video games because the casual audience wouldn't know them. And I'm like, that's fine. Nobody's asking for a Pokemon situation where the fan base wants all 1,000 or 1,200 in the one game. You know, but, you know, put your nostalgic favorites in that people recognize. Oh, I grew up with that one. But advertise your new stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they're afraid to do that.
Pokemon's face on.
Yeah.
Market it the way the Pokemon legendaries are marketed. It's a weird Digimon that people are not used to. It's so...
Yeah. And it's, you know, and then, like, they did the card game stuff, and, yeah, that was fine. Like, card game is the card game. Miyazaki did a live performance. We skipped over that just for copyright stuff, and I opened up the card game gift box set, you know, with the classic boosters and the Digivice and the thing in it. So it's over on the thing there. So I opened that up, and then we did the Vital Bracelet, the Vital Bracelet Lab, the app. They had raid battles where you could fight either a Pokemon or Diablomon. Guess how well that went?
They did not think that anyone was going to log into this.
It's like they expected 5 people to join in for this.
You sold X amount of bracelets. What capacity your servers need to be at for all of those people at once to be online? Why wouldn't they all?
Why? Yeah, why wouldn't they? So
They all bought it, but now they're not gonna log
yeah,
in.
so you've
to
got
this one event.
yeah, so you've got like 1,000 plus people watching this event and all trying to log into the Vital Bracelet app all at once to do these raid battles. Now keep in mind, once you make your choice, Apocalypse or Diabolomon, you can't go and fight the other one. You can only stay on that one fight. So there was more people fighting Diabolomon than there were Apocalypse, which is fine. But the servers crashed, the app wouldn't boot up. My phone died trying to render the app. Like, it happened on stream. I'm like, I have the phone up like this because I have the camera here and I'm showing it off. And my phone just dies because the app freaks out and I have to restart the phone and try and log in. So I lost the battle. I lost equipment chips. I lost the booster thing.
Forfeiting
Basically it saw me as forfeiting the match.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the corner going, AJ doesn't get a destiny.
No, because the whole thing about the Vital Bracelet thing was like, seize your destiny and whatever.
It was on the screen and everything.
Yeah, join tamers around the world and find your destiny. And
I'm just like, AJ don't get no destiny.
But eventually the servers sort of balanced out. Maybe they switched more on, or people just got fed up and dropped off.
Yeah.
So we were able to do a couple of rounds. Like, the raid only lasted for 20 minutes, which didn't help. It was this very time-specific raid. So I got my banner for the app to show I competed at Digimon Con, and I got my storage units for ranking and whatever else. But it was just so I was already deflated coming off the video game non-answers, and then this happened. And then we got into the anime discussion. Now, the anime discussion, I think it was the art thing. The art thing was really good, showing off all the illustrations, but eventually the anime segment came up. And they were hyping this up on social media.
Everyone was really excited for it as well.
Join in for exclusive interviews on the new Digimon Adventure 02 movie, and get some insider information from Ghost Game and Tamers series producers. And so everyone was like, yeah, all right, cool, this is gonna be fun. So they start off the 02 movie section talking about Ken Ichijoji for 20 minutes. And I'm okay with that, right? I love Ken, my favorite character. Wormmon, best boy. You can see we've got the sprite for him down there. We've got Meg's Lopamon sprite here because Meg found her partner last week and it was great. Right, so I've got little Wormmon here and everything, right? And so they're talking about Ken and the fact that he was based on this newspaper article that one of the producers read back in that time about this 9-year-old who had been accepted into college. And she started thinking about, they don't really have a system like that in Japan where you skip so many grades because you're so smart that you could actually get into college super early. And it's a rare enough thing, in any other country anyway, but Japan just doesn't have a system like that. So she got to thinking about, would a child really be accepted in a college full of adults who are, they're smoking, they're drinking, they're partying, they're finding their first loves or their childhood sweethearts, and they're, where does a child fit in and all that, and how would it shape their mentality and their worldview? And it was a really cool sort of discussion. And I thought, okay, this is really nice. I like where this is going. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm very interested. And then they got to talking about the new 02 movie itself. And they showed off a drawing. A pre-production drawing of Daisuke. One in casual wear and one in sushi restaurant wear. And they're talking about that and oh, what do you think this means for the character? And they're and they're just really sort of patting the ball. They're just very timidly. It's I don't know how far along production on this thing is, because didn't really have anything to tell or to show. There was like this whole thing toward the end of that segment where it was like, oh, maybe we can show off some footage. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, I think it's okay. We can show a minute here and maybe 2 minutes next month and, you know, drive up excitement. No, I'll think about it. And you're thinking, okay, so they're setting us up. They're going to go, here's this minute to show you what to expect, or, you know, what the animation is going to be like, or give you sort of an overview of the story or whatever. No. The segment just ended and they went into the Ghost Game and Tamers discussion, which was also very good. But the one thing, right? So the one thing, because in this 02 segment, they did a bit of a Q&A about 02 and, you know, what went into like the relationships between the Digidestined and their parents. What's a parents? Obligatory, what's a parents? So they were talking about that. And then one question was, given 02's ending and how Tri and Kizuna seem to have diverted from that, they basically asked, is the ending still canon, or would you go back and change the ending based on new stories? And they just had such a non-answer for it. Like, it was like the video game answers, right? Where they start talking about, oh, well, you know, when we wrote that story 20 years ago, we wanted this bright future for the children and, you know, everything, you know, to show that, you know, there is happiness out there despite the struggles you might go through. There is, and it's a very lovely message, right? It's a very lovely message, and I appreciate the thought behind it, right? But then they went into this weird frickin' analogy where, well, that epilogue happens in 2027. And it's only 2022 now. So we don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years and how it might affect those kids. Japan might sink in the next 5 years, and that'll really throw that story out of the... It was this really weird sort of, lady, what? And I'm just like, oh no, right? And then she started going, well, one way to look at it is like a tree. Trees have many branches, and I went, oh no. They basically turned the 02 ending into a choose your own adventure. That epilogue is canon or non-canon if you want it or don't want it to be. That is effectively what they said.
Put the burden on.
They put the burden on the viewer. Because one thing was like, you know, we wrote, Last Adventure Kizuna takes place in the year 2010, and like that's still 17 years till this epilogue, you know, till this final scene in Adventure 02, and we don't know, because it's only 2022. We don't know what's going to happen to affect the children's lives from between 2010 and 2027. I'm like, but you're the writers.
You're the one who should know this.
You're the ones who wrote yourselves into this. Like, it's like they admitted they wrote themselves into a corner, but they can't actually bring themselves to say those words.
Yeah.
So they went, you decide. So yeah, like Yami just said, awesome, non-canon. The 02 epilogue is not canon because it's not supported by Kizuna and Tri. It's just not. And it doesn't sound like this new 02 movie is going to do anything to advance that story either. From what they've said, it does not sound like this new movie is going to do anything to show how the bonds are restored or how Tai and everyone get their partners back. Because one thing everybody missed, myself included, is the ending of Kizuna. The main kids don't have their partners anymore. It's not just Tai, Matt, and Sora. Pentamon's gone, Palmon's gone, Gomamon's gone. Only Patamon and Tailmon are left. So, you know, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything to, to pick that back up and fix this. They're not going to do anything to right the ship.
It's hard. I just don't.
No, and that's fun. That's fine. NDAs are a thing. You don't want to say too much too soon. But I think by the time, but it doesn't even sound like.
Don't take questions about it if you're not going to have an answer.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, don't
don't just bullshit through a whole.
It's like the question about the Wonder Swan games, you know, where they went, well, the Ryo Akiyama games are very popular, and if we wanted to port an anode tamer and cathode tamer, but we might have to change certain things because, you know, they are related to the anime in a lot of respects. Just don't answer this question. Just say there are no plans at this time and move on.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know, the whole give us your questions thing. Like that. Like they just.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they didn't take any questions at all.
So Try and Keaton did support Matt's bizarre 180 into space idea. Yeah, I guess because I guess because they had to try and get to the epilogue ending somehow. You know, maybe they're just building blocks for the next story to do it. And look, I get it. As I was about saying, NDAs are a thing. They probably couldn't tell us about that stuff even if they wanted to. But as Meg said, just don't take the question. Don't put the feelers out there to make people think that they might do something with it. Especially when your answer is going to be, well, trees are like branches and branches grow in different ways. I don't want Japan to have sank in 5 years.
I know less.
Yeah. I know less now than when you started this. Yeah. You know, so then the Tamers and the Ghost game discussion was really good. It went into talking about another, like, character dynamics and this really cool idea that in Ghost game, the main 6, they're all the main character. Like, basically saying that, like, Hero doesn't have goggles because he's a main character on the same level as Ruri, on the same level as Kyoshiro, and the 3 partner Digimon are on the same level. Like, it's not a main character and then everyone else beneath him. Yeah. And I went, yeah, but you gave Gamamon 4 evolutions, so... Yeah. You know, and one of them is going to be plot-centric, so... You may as well have just given Hero the goggles. It's a really nice sentiment, and I do wish there was more of it in the show. Or just franchise, I suppose. But like the Tamers...
They do get kind of equal.
Oh, they do. They do get...
I guess, but he still gets special treatment.
Yeah, you can't go into an episode of Ghost Game most of the time and say X character got more screen time than Y character. They are all juggled and balanced very well. The joys of having only 3 humans to work with, right?
Like that one time when or whatever, because he wouldn't answer his phone on the subway.
Yeah. And that was it. And that was how they wrote it. You know, and that's good. You know, they've a reason for why this character just isn't there. You know, so, you know, and then the Tamers, like, when they were talking about, like, they were talking about the Digivolution scene and how, like, the data peels back and you see the next form underneath, and how they were thinking about insects springing from their cocoons and things, while... Yeah. So they were like, so that was based on insect growth, and, like, you know, coming out of your cocoon, and like the what's the cocoon called? The pupa? The pup? Anyway, that thing. And, you know, there's like, so you have one creature and then another one comes out from it, and that's, you know, what they were going for. Pupa, that's the one. Yeah. Okay. What's so saber about a black Bergermon? Hey, Desmond. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. And that's true. I mean, I said that on the podcast last night. Like, Bandai have been trying to revive this franchise, but it's like a half-assed attempt when they're not giving it a budget and they're not...
Yeah. People select things.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we like this thing you did. And?
Go back in time.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't normally, you know, I don't advocate for piracy of video games. If they're not giving you the option, and you want to play things, you know, what you do is your own business. I'm on camera, so I genuinely can't advocate.
I'm not encouraging
I'm not encouraging it, but I could understand why someone might do it. If you want to play older titles. Yeah. At least, like, no one was like, there was this whole discussion about Digimon World 1 and, oh, we don't know whether it should be a port remaster or a complete remake, and then we thought about it, and then there's resources involved. And yeah, and new Digimon that have been introduced, do we include those? And I was like, dude, just port. It's nobody wants, like, it would be like a shinier version of it would be nice, like updated textures at most.
Yeah, would be nice of it,
but you know, if you're just going to upgrade the textures a la, I don't know, what Final Fantasy do with their HD versions where they just up-res the textures and go, right, fine, off you go. Like, I think people would just go, brilliant, this is the game I remember, like it just looks nicer.
and they don't even have to make
no, but that's the fun thing. People
are at the stage where they just what condition they're in. They just want them on.
I don't even know. Yeah, but I don't think it's. I think that's partially it. But I also think the nostalgia of not having it changed or meddled with would resonate with people more at this stage. I think. You know, would it be nice to have it polished off a bit? Sure. But if they just presented the PS1 game on with Xbox controls or Switch controls or PS5 controls, I think a lot of people just go, brilliant, thank you for this, my nostalgia is sated.
Yeah, I think everyone at the company listen to people who are not asking for big expensive new remasters, and it's just like, games just it and make it work on something else.
Yeah.
So everyone else can do it.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. So like it was just wild, and then they had the performance of the Digimon Project theme, you know, the one you hear when you boot up the Vital Bracelet app. So they had a live performance on that, and we got to we were formally introduced to the singer. Whose name is lost on me at the moment, but when I seen her name I went, oh, it's you. No. I'll chat, can you pull it up for me? So this franchise has so much potential, it really does, and I just wish Bandai would just put the budget into it. You know, you got to spend money to make money, right? Yeah, but another part of the anime thing was we did get a confirmation that Digimon Adventure 2020 is being dubbed Watchalong. And that's fine. Like, I understand why the Adventure dub takes precedent. Adventure sells, milk the cow. I get it. So then they showed off the trailer for the Adventure dub, and I really like the new voice of Taichi. And the guy who's playing him seems to be really excited to do it. Because like us, well, like me more so, I didn't mean that to sound as mean as it did. I'm sorry. You know, so for those of us in the chat who grew up on the original version, you know, that voice actor was like us and grew up with it. So super excited to be able to play a character he grew up with. And that's super cool, and I was totally happy for him. The voice is really good. Then Agumon spoke, and I went, oh no. Because it was something like that. Here, my name's Agumon. And I was like, oh no. Was Tom Fan not available? Like, I get why you changed the voices of the kids. The Japanese version did it. You know, and that, like, that's fine. But the Japanese version kept the Digimon voices where possible. They kept all the voices. And then something bugged, like, I was like, I'm not sure about this Agumon voice. And then they revealed that the person doing the voice for Agumon in the show is going to be Ben Diskin, who played Shoutmon in the Digimon Cross Wars dub. And I said this last night on the stream, and I put the tweet out, but it bears repeating, because I still think it's really fun. Chika Sakamoto, who plays Agumon basically in everything. She played Shoutmon in Digimon Cross Wars. Cool. Fast forward to 2022, and Ben Diskin, who played Shoutmon in Digimon Fusion, the dub of Cross Wars, is now playing an Agumon in Adventure 2022. So the universe has sort of come full circle. There's some sort of meta tomfoolery bullshit going on, and I'm totally here for it. You know, would it have been funnier to have, you know, like, that would have worked so much earlier in the franchise's life if Tom Fan, who played Agumon in 99, was the one doing the voice for Shoutmon. But that's not how life worked out, and that's fine. So I'm super happy for Ben. He's a cool dude. Very, you know, while Fusion was airing, he was very interactive with the fan base. He was answering questions. He was getting involved. He was very cool. Like, Ben Diskin's a pretty cool guy from just personal experience. And now, and the guy who's playing Tai, like, was super jazzed to be able to do it, and the voice he's giving Tai works really well. So I'll like, we all know my relationship with 2020 is not fun. It's not a fun relationship, but I'll certainly be willing to give the dub a shot because I want to see more of it. I want to see who's voicing these new characters, what they're going to bring to the elements of these kids. So I'm definitely going to be giving it a shot because, yeah, the people involved seem to be really happy with it, and their enthusiasm sort of comes true and goes, oh, I want to see this too. So, super happy for that. Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting it to be dubbed similarly to Adventure 99, where the serious moments, you know, there's a joke in to sort of take the tension out, and the music gets changed. I wonder if we'll get any remixes of old music. Probably not, because that's Saban music, so we probably won't, but it'd be fun. How far in was the dub preview? Episode 1. Literally Tai and Agumon in just that fight in episode 1 against the Algamon. Fiery fastball! Yeah! We're gonna be the tightest team ever. Yeah, so it's got that sort of Narm charm to the dialogue that the 99 show had. You know, so I'm looking forward to it just based on the actors' enthusiasm. So that really shines true, and I'm happy to give it a chance. You know, I probably won't like the story any better, but you know, maybe if I watch all 67 episodes again, it'll because the acting gets me through it. You know, so that's good. That'll be interesting to check out. Yeah. No. Toward the end.
Yeah, towards the end, it was entertaining.
I mean, yeah. So after that, then, yeah, so we had the performance of Always With You, or whatever the Vital Bracelet song is called, and then there was the closing ceremony, and they showed off merchandise. Now, the English stream and the Japanese stream got two different sets of merchandise shown off. The Japanese merchandise was arguably better. You know, but it was like, not even between the two streams, there was none of the merch that I was running out to sort of go, oh, I need that right away. The English merch showed off a War Greymon figure, an Omegamon figure, and a Beelzemon figure. Like, why did you jump straight to Omegamon without Metal Greymon? Beelzemon, fine. People simp like crazy for Beelzemon, but fine. And then the Japanese had a different figure line, one for War Greymon and one for Metal Garurumon. And then they had like this giant statue of Garurumon, which was like this tall.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's cool. I don't need it, but that's cool. And then they showed off a bunch of new plushies, and The Greymon plush I mentioned during the stream because they had the plushies lined up in the back, so you could see them behind the desk where the hosts were sitting. And so all night, the Greymon, or at least until I noticed it, I don't know if it was there all night or they were just setting it up for the segment that came after. But once I noticed it, it's just this Greymon plush just looking directly at me, and I was like, it's got a very threatening aura. You know, but it's basically back there, like where Wormmon is. Yeah. I'm basically seeing it looking through the camera from where Wormmon is back there. Like the very threatening aura. The Magnamon and Dukemon figures as well. Yeah. You know, so, and then there's like Tamer's anniversary merch, like badges and acrylic stands and things like that. So, and then there's also those cute little figures of Agumon and Tailmon where they're sitting on the ground and they've got their paws in front of them and they're looking up. Oh, they're on Okini Land. I'll show you them later. They're actually adorable. I was thinking of maybe getting them because they are super cute. But, and then they also announced Ghost Game plushies, which apparently are only available through this one store. So I'm gonna probably have to source them off eBay. Because, like, I said it on stream, heaven and hell will not stop me from getting a Jellymon plush. It will not. And we do need maybe mod, please. Will they ever dub Hunters? I doubt it. If we're jumping straight to Adventure 2020 and not dubbing Cross Wars Hunters or Applemon, I'd say just forget about it at this stage. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Would I be happy to be wrong? Sure. And yeah. Would I be happy to be wrong? Of course, always. I would love to see Fusion get finished. And I would love an Applemon dub, so maybe more people would check it out. But otherwise, I think it's best to just give up on it, the idea of it being dubbed. Maybe Adventure 2020 will bring in ratings and they'll panic and dub up Applemon to keep it going.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's done.
Yeah.
Then maybe get into it and that push more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the thing.
They seem to see, like, I know that it's like in the, when they were talking, adults.
Yeah.
Buying the things and all that, but at the end of the day, it is kids.
Yeah. So the merchandise section annoyed me for that reason. So along with the merchandise of the figures they showed off, they also showed off new the V-Pets, new ones. They've got this really cool looking one with a tie-dye design on it. I'm like, I want that. I need that. Give that to me now. But they were showing off like new V-Pets and new X-Antibody V-Pets. And they're talking about all this merch. And it was like, you know, we want to appeal to the kids in the 90s who grew up and are still following it. And I was like, okay, I get that. Fair. And I left it alone. And then every other sentence became the 90s fan base. The fan base who grew up with it. The old generation. I'm like, no wonder nobody's watching. You're telling them all to feck off. No wonder. Like, it was just very, okay, look, stop advertising to me. Go get new fans. Look, I appreciate being pandered to, but when you're outright saying, oh, you know, we're trying to bring in the 90s nostalgia. We packaged it like you'd remember seeing it in the shop when you were a kid.
The new kids need to stop too.
Yeah. It's just like, oh no. No wonder the franchise has died like 6 times. You're still banking on adventure fans. Even when you're not promoting adventure merch, you're still banking on adventure fans. You know, who got as far as Tamers and then went, this isn't Digimon anymore, and fell off.
And then there's a lot of people who aren't like, they would, I used to watch that when I was a kid, or I won't buy anything new from it. watch it again because can't stand them for anything.
No.
Related to your.
So like there's just they don't.
They probably make up the majority. Really.
Yeah. So like the merchandise that they were showing off doesn't seem to have any inclination to bring in a new audience. I'm hoping the 2020 dub changes that, you know, and a new generation latches onto it like I and many of you latched onto 9902, Tamers Frontier, etc. I hope the cycle does continue because I do want this franchise to, you know, not die a fifth time. But it was kind of harrowing just hearing the 90s kids over and over. I'm just like, please stop pandering to me. Please stop pandering to me. You already have me. I mean, look, Christ, I bought your thing. I've a billion and more upstairs. I've literally just placed an order today for the Takato version of the complete selection animation Digivice. You already have my money. Please.
We have app drivers sitting in the cart.
We have Apply drivers sitting in our Amazon cart. You already have my money. I beg you, Bandai, for the love of everything, advertise to new people. You don't need to keep advertising to me, because there's going to be
reel them kids in.
Yeah. So reel them in so you don't have to rely on me and the others like me, of which I'm sure there are more than a handful who, you know, will continue to support this. I'm buying your card game. I'm buying your merch. The vital bracelet, the dims, all of it. Speaking of which, I still need to load my Guilmon dim because there's a raid in March against the D Reaper. So I need to load in Guilmon and raise it up to Dukemon. But
I know I did. The new season. Adventure fans are killing.
Yeah. And unknowingly, like, I can't even say, oh, it's I can't even say it's like, oh, those pesky Gen 1ers. It's like, you know, that like insult for Pokemon fans, oh, those pesky Gen 1ers. I can't even say it's like that situation. It's just because that's all Bandai it seems to be willing to pander to.
They think is out there, and it's
yeah.
not.
There was this really weird moment at the convention last night as well, where they showed off like convention exclusive merchandise. It was like the hoodies that the hosts were wearing, and like a tote bag, and like this towel with the logo on it. And then they went, this merch is only available to Japanese viewers, but if you like it, go on to our Digimon Partners website and talk about it. What? I was like, oh, that's a really cool hoodie. I might actually get available for Japan only, but if you like it, go talk about it. No?
Unless you like it, but you're still not getting it.
Yeah. Can money can be exchanged for goods and services. Can I have the hoodie? No? Okay.
They had like on as well.
Oh yeah, the card game
like,
sleeves just for the con, yeah.
And I'm like, those would be nice to have when there's been more Digicons.
Yeah.
Have the first ones, but again, they're
hold on. Joao? Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome. I'm new to Digimon, only interested because Ghost Game is brand new and it's easy to get into. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You're very welcome, Joao. Thank you very much. I know, Yami, I'm sorry. We're like an hour into this and we haven't even watched the bloody episode yet. But there's been so much to talk about, you know, and there's been so much to talk about between Digimon Con yesterday and the Pokemon thing today. You know, there's been a lot to talk about, and some comparisons to be made. Yeah. So just overall, like it was 7 a.m. when I was finishing Digimon Con, and I said if I was to rank it based on how we rank the Ghost Game episodes, I'd rank this a 2, and I'm kind of sticking to it. Because
we haven't seen.
No, we haven't even watched the episode yet.
We don't watch the episodes until we watch them.
Yeah. So we haven't even watched the episode yet. Like that's what we do. It's a watch along and review. So oh, well, thanks for being here anyway, Yami. Look, I mean, if you want to watch the archive back tomorrow, it'll be there, but thank you for being here with us live. Yeah, so No, we don't have any episode synopses for like
at this rate we're just gonna watch
get out.
and then get out, yeah.
You were still watching the con when I got up? Yeah, I was, because I thought it would be worthwhile. Meg went to sleep. Meg was the smart one that time.
I actually fell asleep accidentally because I was lying there with my phone and I was dead. You were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still watching."
Yeah.
But then I was gone, and then I woke up again later.
Like there was a point during the card game thing where I had to go out and use the washroom, and so I mute the mic and I'm about to step out. I'm about to go out and use the washroom, and Meg's kind of, AJ, I'm bored. I'm like, I am too. But the card game segment will be over soon. I'm sure this will pick up. 5 hours later, it didn't really pick up.
That is so accurate.
you're Pulsemon Sloth Evolution.
Yeah.
Namakemon.
That's why I don't have one of those. Because Fitbit is fine. I don't lose things. I just don't get the achievements. But if I were one of those, I'd have nothing but sloth.
Yeah, Namakemon would just somehow digivolve back into Namakemon. It just wouldn't progress up the evolution ladder.
It would just be sloths.
But you know what? Look, again, it started at 1 a.m. for us, so it was the smarter idea, and
insane. We had already done like 10,000 steps.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
Shopping and everything.
But if I had gone to bed, I wouldn't have had the joy that was the Vital Bracelet raid battle. I wouldn't have had that as one of my memories of interacting with the community and all of us just going, "Fix your servers, Bandai!"
Yeah, those things go.
Twitter was just in conniptions. It was so fun. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
But like my favorite parts of last night were the art illustration and the Ghost Game Tamers conversation. Like those were my favorite parts, and for that it gets a 2.
Yeah.
Everything else, the video game section,
and revealing Jellymon.
And revealing Jellymon plush, it should probably get a 3, but 3 is a bit too generous out of 5 for the con. I think like if they do this,
10 maybe.
Yeah, 3 out of 10 maybe. Yeah, like I think if they do this again next year, it needs to be broken up like 3 hours. Like it's a 6-hour event. So do 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. I think that's more healthy and is a lot easier to digest.
Yeah, or do like the interview stuff as one video, then do the card game as another event, like a separate video. So people who want to watch it can do it and they don't have to sit around waiting for the next thing to happen in the current video. Like split it up even. Yeah,
no, definitely, yeah. It's just there was a lot of pacing issues and the translators, like when you forgot about that, didn't you? You forgot about Digimon. So the translators kept saying Digimon, right?
And even the guy who, like the second guy who was getting it, like he was saying it better than the first guy. Yeah. He still wasn't saying Digimon.
No. So Digimon was a big takeaway from last night, and also the English speaking announcers on stage continuously saying Pokemon.
Yeah, they kept saying Pokemon.
Yeah. So isn't that fun? Doesn't that just can't you smell the production value? Like, and even the card game thing, like even when the card game battles were on, the English speaking card game announcers were saying the Japanese card names. So CL would do something and they say Sistermon Noir. And then Dark Dramon would attack. Like one of the players went for an attack with Dark Dramon, and they called it Dark Doramon. Because Dra. So, who handed you this script? Were you just an actor, or do you know what's happening? Like, were you just handed this botched script?
The girl who was posting sometimes I felt like she was out of her depth.
Yeah, she did like.
Other times she seemed really enthusiastic and actually happy to be there, but other times it was kind of like she was going and you know.
Yeah, but I mean, and I'm sure like being on stage, it's not easy. Like I don't. For that's some 18 plus Digimon. Well, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, I did make the comment last night. You know, Digimon is a different thing, and we've had that for years, thanks to Rule 34 artists. But you know, this
now
one.
They have a public hashtag.
Now they have a public hashtag for it. Yeah, Digimon. I think the other one was like Digimon. It was like more of an MAWN.
Yeah.
Mon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was just like I don't know. Like for all my griping, I have to stress. This is not the fault of the people who were the people who were on screen. This is not the fault of the people who were talking about the different assets or of the anime, the games, the manga, everything, right? None of this is their fault, and I do not hold them responsible. This is 100% a Toei and Bandai situation. This is something they've worked themselves into.
It did feel like some of it was up together.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to talk about this. I don't know anything. Well, you're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, thoughts on the US and JP match? I really enjoyed the final one with, I can't even remember her name now. She had the "or" backwards in her name. That last fight was really good and down to the wire. But, you know, otherwise, watching other people play card games, if the game is slow, it can take you out of it. Yeah, Dark Doru Greymon. Corey, that's the one. Yeah, like, her match at the end there, really good. I did enjoy that, but... Japan. Yeah, of course. Odd. And yeah, it's just like McCullough. Ah, yes. Riley McCullough. Yeah,
I love the McCullough.
I love. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. The McCullough family, great bunch of people. The McCulloughs.
The McCulloughs.
Yeah, you know, like just the pronunciation issues, everything. Like, I don't blame
Corey in the house.
I don't blame the people. I saw some comments say the 5th US player try misplayed. Yeah, there was something about using an effect that only triggers on the opponent's turn. It was used on his turn instead, and nobody caught it. So, look, it's a thing with card games. If a misplay happens and nobody steps in to go, actually, you can't do that, play on. Yeah, you have to sort of play on.
It's not like, well, it's the digital version of it.
I don't think it's an actual game. I think it's just a simulation of what turns were made on the recording. No, it's not programmed like that.
If it was programmed into it, then it would.
Yeah, like it's not like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel or like Duelist Alliance.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, these things happen, you know, especially when you're doing it live, you know, the magic of live television. It's
had they won, then maybe there'd be more to say about it.
Yeah. But
well, if it really benefited.
Yeah, you know, so like, oh yeah, like the event is what it was. I would like it to be broken, you know. I would like, if they're gonna do another 6-hour thing, 3 hours a day for 2 days is fine, and then just keep the Q&A sections truncated. If you don't have news, don't pretend that you do.
Yeah,
like, that's all I can really ask for in that case. You know, don't say, oh, we thought about this, but our resources, well, it requires resources, so we're probably not, you know. Don't give people hope. That's the worst thing you can do, is give people hope.
About little breadcrumbs of...
Yeah.
Because people will pick those breadcrumbs out of them. They're going to build up their hope.
Yeah, and like, it already sounds like Survive is getting delayed again into next year. Like, we did learn the original people who were working on it left the project, and that has caused part of the delay. I wasn't expecting it to be as long as it was, but if you're planning on making it worldwide again, consider time zones. It was worldwide in the respect that it was Japan and America. That was what they focused on. Like, they acknowledged
That's usually what.
Yeah. Like they acknowledged,
when
like,
bands do a world tour, they do Asia and then they go to LA. Their world tour.
Yeah. Like they acknowledged that people from other regions were watching, but it was really catered to Japanese and American audiences. Like, there's a promotion going on Premium Bandai for Digimon products because of the con. That's great. Europe doesn't know what a Premium Bandai is. We've no Premium Bandai website that we can get exclusive Digimon merch from. You know, we have to go to Amazon Japan and third-party sites like Okiniland. And I'm definitely not slighting Okiniland. They provide a fantastic service.
But again, that's...
Yeah.
Again, like
what's a Europe?
Yeah, like, buy our products, but not from us.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, so... So I don't really have anything else. I'm tapping out on Digimon Con.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say on it.
The other thing I would like, I can understand that with the COVID situation.
Oh yeah.
The guy who was doing the game thing, he was being asked a question
by
someone else, and maybe the girl, she was live.
Yeah.
So he was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But they said that beforehand, that he wasn't able to be there because of something or other.
Yeah. No, I totally get
I'm
that.
okay with that.
And like the face masks they were wearing as well were like pretty cool. They were really cool.
I've seen
they
them
were like
on,
face shields for like just here.
They come like up here.
Like a riot shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get my hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's a thing your chin just sits into in it. Yeah.
But then again, they've been using.
Yeah, they didn't like it didn't require a worldwide pandemic for them to adopt mass culture. It was just a polite thing. So if you're sick, you're not getting anyone else sick. So if you have a flu, it stays with you. You're not passing it on to your coworkers or whatever. Yeah.
Before the pandemic, so I was well used to it.
Yeah, I think like if you're into that culture, you've an understanding of it that really most people are playing catch up on now because of the whole C virus situation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the pre-record.
Oh yeah, totally understandable.
Time.
Yep.
I don't know what the situation is.
Oh. But yeah, so Survive is likely getting pushed into 2023. They changed development teams and they cannot confirm a release date at this time. And the stuff about Survive they did talk about, it's nothing we didn't know from 2 years ago. So that's fun. Shall we watch the episode?
Yeah. I cheer us up a bit.
Yeah, it's a good palate cleanser. Alright, so as always, we are going to be watching this episode through the Crunchyroll app. You feel free to join us if you're watching on the app, if you're watching on Anime Lab, or wherever you might be watching your Digimon Ghost game from. Feel free to join us for that. I'm going to boot the episode up and count us in. Yeah, so I will count us in and we'll get started. So Digimon Ghost Game Season 1 Episode 20. We are starting in, hit the button, 3, 2, 1. There we go, nailed it. So Toei Animation Cat.
Someone asked your favorite opening last night, and I'm just like, this one.
Yeah, I still love Hirari from season 5, but this is really good. All right, Yami.
Nice.
Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah, except just hour and 15.
That's it.
We'll put that in.
Yeah, I'll put it in the timestamps. Yeah.
Oh, do you want?
No, I still have my can from earlier, so I'll crack that in a sec. And we have our giant Psycho.
I really just want to...
I will open it in a sec.
These ones.
Yeah.
Kergamamon would like a cookies and cream egg.
Cookies and cream Psycho, yeah. The Savers opening from Data Squad. Oh yeah, the Data Squad opening's pretty cool.
One of the things I really like about that song is sometimes you hear a song and you're anime.
Yeah.
And you just can't get that out of your head. It changes the song from...
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know how better to put that, but you wouldn't put it on a playlist of just Japanese songs I like. You'd put it on an anime playlist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm burning to death. Okay.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, that's bleak.
Oh.
He got Thanos! Ma, I don't feel so good!
Would have been better for all of them had he just stayed in the flaming house.
Instead of evaporating in front of them. Holy
I
crap!
wouldn't have had to see it had he stayed inside. And that just is Happy Bunny.
Ugh.
Is it a bunny? I don't even know.
Oh no.
Happy baby! It's like the Dragon Con. Dragon Con?
Hmm. It looked like a pink Shrek. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean the
Oh, there's a bunny.
roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Con. Blue? What Adventure?
Oh.
With Woody Woodpecker?
Wants the Ferris wheel. Baby wants the Ferris wheel.
Weird one.
Wait, can holograms get wet?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That went on.
Oh no, Kyoshiro, what's wrong? Oh. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh! Oh god! Oh, Jellymon, what? Oh no!
Here.
Yeah, well, they definitely made Saberdramon scary. Oh, there's Dark Flare Dark Flare Lizamon.
Ripping ahead.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh no! He just killed Kyoshiro! Oh, they're looking for Hero. Oh no! He's just carrying him by the shoulders. So if he steps out of that fire, is he gonna Thanos as well? Yep. Here we go.
Oh no, should have the name of this episode.
Yeah. What's a Sora?
Perfect for taking a hostage. You're so nice.
Oh. Oh no. An adult level for a change. I suppose, yeah, the two of them would be adult levels. Has that thing got 2 tongues?
Did it?
Oh, looking for Black Tailmon.
Is Dom.
No! Oh, here we go. Which one are we getting?
My brain just always waits.
Green!
Interesting. My brain just always waits for just to surprise us all.
Yeah, same. Like, if there's any episode he has to turn up in, it's this one, right? Yeah, you don't die until you leave the fire. Oh. Oh, there you go. You got it? Really, Kyotro? He's so upset about that. Oh, they figured out my plan or my trap. People die when you people die when they lift the fire. What? People die when they leave the fire. I thought it was meant to be a play on the people die when they are killed meme. That's not how Meteor Wing works. Oh wait. Oof.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Machine gun leg. Whoa! Strong boy.
Look at these faces he's making.
Oh well.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Oh. Baby's hurt.
Taking lessons from Sister Monsiel.
Absolute.
He's not Masaru.
I didn't say it would work.
Yeah.
Kind of expected it from better.
That's creepy. Hey, oh, is it two tongues or has he just got like a turkey thing going on? Oh, that's a gel. Yeah.
They're not gonna...
No. Oh no! Uh-oh.
His foot was gonna be inside the fire or something.
Oh! Oh, Digimon, stop! Hurting yourself. Aww. Yeah. Oh, don't blame yourself, Gamamon. No. What the? That's... Yeah, you wouldn't like him when he's angry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, 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 don't go kaboom! Red? Okay. Okay. Woo!
I feel like we would have seen spoilers about that.
Yeah. So, is this the episode where Gamamon finally learns to control what he turns into? Because I think we need that episode.
Yeah, they seem to be getting better at controlling which of those three he is.
Yeah, or what the situation calls for.
Yeah. Then... predictable.
There's the punch you wanted.
Hey, Silver Afton, welcome.
Hey, Silver. Thanks for joining in.
Rocky Town. Ah! Ouch.
Ah, that's cheating.
Oh.
That means we're gonna get the blue one.
Yep, that one's flying.
Gamamon's controlling what he's gonna turn into. That's...
Hero's like, what?
Yeah!
What are you looking at there?
Okay, this is fun. Gamamon's controlling what he can turn into now. Is he a shiny? He kind of does have like this like red Cosmo thing going through him, yeah. I guess it makes sense because Bertramon does have this sort of starlighty twinkle to her as well.
Yeah. He's not in the...
Oh, please don't. Don't do this. You're gonna burn it to the ground to get what you want?
Aston's fighting.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you don't come in and start burning people and taking hostages, people wouldn't see you as monsters. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. They did it again. And this one's a lot sadder than the instances of this happening we've had previously, but
Communication is step outside the flames.
Don't turn back into Digitama. Holy crap. People die when they are killed, huh? Nice. Nice. Oh god. Oh shit. Huh? Wait, what?
Over to who he
He just swapped over. Did he just... Wait, did he just slide evolve?
Yeah.
Did Gabumon just slide evolve?
Because Gabumon did an Uno reverse.
I can't move. Oh, oh, poor baby.
Good, maybe.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Blacktailmon? Blacktailmon opening up a gate? Holy crap, it is! It's Blacktailmon over, thank you.
Can you imagine they
Sorry isn't gonna undisintegrate that dude. Like, you're misunderstood, but you were willing to kill until the end to get what you wanted.
Yeah.
Aww. Aww. The winter rabbit jumping into the fire narrowly escaped death. Oh, Pokémon? Is plot finally starting to happen? Okay, so not the episode I thought it was gonna be. There was a part of me that was kind of deflated that they went with the misunderstood thing again, but that didn't resolve the fight.
Yeah.
This time it didn't like, oh, you're so misunderstood, fight ends.
Yeah.
They were like, yes, but we want to go home. We're going to murder you if we can. You know, they're still going to try and murder him.
Yeah.
Because they're so desperate at this point, they won't listen to him. Despite them not being listened to is what got the guy killed in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
Enjoy.
I did. I really enjoyed that episode. And, like, Gamamon learning to evolve into whatever he needs to be. And Slide evolving.
Yeah.
And Slide evolving. Spiders. Arachnimon? Arachnimon? Go on, you cowards. Don't do Dokugumon. Give us Arachnimon, you cowards. Come on. Oh!
Oh.
She's here! Hey!
Oh, no.
Yo! The spider's lure. I prefer the spider's temptation, but sure.
Oh, that leg coming out of her.
Or she's hanging upside down, just like that thread on her abdomen, just holding her up. But cool, so we got Mummymon.
Gamamon hanging up her.
Yeah. We got Gummymon. Gummymon, jeez, we got, because I read I read Queen in the chat, and you said Gamamon, and my brain went Gummymon instead of Mummymon. And I was like, no, Gummymon is a different Digimon entirely. I think he's a Terriermon pre-evolution or something. But ooh, that was fun. That was really fun.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'd love for the show.
We better not. I don't want them to interact.
I do. I want the show to do it for the lol. Just for the lols.
Oh, it's so cringe. You're so cringe. He's so cringe.
But yeah, he was in 02. This one is fine.
Yeah, but they're gonna turn him into the other one if they...
Are they?
Yes.
Could you imagine if it's just the same episode and they send her off to work in a hospital as well, and that's how they meet? They meet as Digimon doctors?
Healing people.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be the case. Like, I think there's going to be a Cherrymon situation and she's eating people, but
yeah.
Be funny.
Oh.
So,
yeah, like they misunderstood.
No. Yeah, in this episode it was good and it didn't resolve the conflict.
It didn't resolve the conflict and it didn't have
abrupt ending?
An abrupt ending. Have them all just suddenly...
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
A friend. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
burning up.
Yeah, like your man just Thanosing. Oof.
And then finding out it wouldn't have happened had he just listened to the two of them.
Yeah.
Instead of just going,
Instead of freaking out.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and I kind of get it. Your house is on fire. There's a dragon and a dragon bird.
Yeah, but then suddenly the fire is not burning you and they're telling you, protecting you.
I don't think.
Kind of go...
Yeah, but you know the way they said, you know, when Ruri and Angoramon and Kyoshiro and Jellymon are trapped in the fire, and they're like, it's not burning us. he probably didn't feel that, considering he was still in the house that was actually on fire. So
if they were protecting him from the
maybe. Okay, yeah. But, you know, it's still a surreal moment to be in. Would you listen to the dragon saying, I'm actually protecting you even though I'm setting you on fire?
If it... How to work it, yeah. I'm protecting you. Okay, how are you doing that?
Fair, fair.
My house is on fire.
But, yeah, really.
My plan in this house is just climb out that window because fire extinguisher.
Yeah, nobody report her landlord to the RTA, yeah? So, it wasn't my favorite episode, but it was the coolest fight sequence. I definitely agree. And it's because it felt like the fight actually had a finish this time. It didn't just stop or get interrupted, or the attacks didn't feel like they weren't doing any damage.
Yeah, and it's not like Digimon and Digimon?
Yeah.
And they just, like, Digimon just opened the gate for them and they just flew through it without there being a fight or anything. Digimon beat the shit out of the two of them.
Yeah.
And then the gate opened.
Yeah.
He won the fight.
Yeah, he did.
Won the fight and he didn't have to.
Yeah, because like I really wasn't expecting the slide evolution at the end, because when Flare Lizamon turned around and punched Chaos Gamamon, I was like, can Gamamon just not defeat this thing? Is this going to be a thing where like Flare Lizamon has a victory over all of Gamamon's forms?
He turned to baby and then he turned again.
Yeah, like, but did he turn into baby? It felt like he just went
to
from blue to red.
No, he went back to a little white shape and then
and
out
like,
again.
Well,
So,
okay.
You have to go back and go back out.
Oh, I thought it was more of a he went from blue to red, because that would be slide evolution, just going from blue
I'm
to
pretty
red.
sure we can look at it again. Because I went, oh baby again.
Okay.
So I didn't know. It could have just been the light. It was just like,
Okay, we can look at it again later.
oh, we'll be
No, the next 3 weeks not going to. Because next week's podcast is going to be pushed out till Monday, more than likely, because I'll be away from the back end of next week, and then yeah, I mean
it's like that thing back in that purple guy. That's all you get out of me.
Meg is still new to all of this. We do remember that. So Meg is still new to all of this.
Get to mom.
Yeah.
It's fun because everybody.
So yeah, so next week's will probably be Monday, and then the following Sunday will be as normal, and then the following Sunday will get pushed out to Monday again. No, because it's
be on time, depending on what.
No, we'll like mainline, like, unless it's like another Digimon con. God, not another Digimon con. You know, but unless it was something along those lines, I don't mind pushing it out. You know. Ooh. I'll get a guest host. Yami, you available? You want to co-host in 3 weeks? What's that? Skype? Discord, I guess.
Yeah.
It's never really something I've looked into, but yeah, it's, you know, look, this episode was really.
You get so extra.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, you know, maybe that's not such a great idea. You know what? Never mind, Yami. Never mind. Love you. But anyway, yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Like I don't really have a whole lot to say, because it was a very straightforward episode, and I figured with all the dark versions of other monsters showing up, like Saberdramon is just Black Birdramon, Dark Flare Lizamon is just Flare Lizamon. They were looking for Black Tailmon. We had a Black Agumon show up a couple of weeks ago.
I figured he fit.
That's what I thought, like, because we were saying, like, if there was any episode Gulus might turn back up in, it would be this one, right? With all the dark versions of monsters showing up. So that wasn't quite the case. And
Expect.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
But no, what happened was instead he learned to control evolution, which is great.
I don't think it.
No, but we don't. Yeah, but we haven't seen anything since that might trigger that level of upset. Like, I think at this stage, Hero would have to have something go wrong, because like Hero got hurt and Gamma was like, and he had some. No, you're not your fault. Stop that right now.
So if he gets worse hurt than that, Hero can't. He can do it.
Yeah.
I can see.
Well, that's this.
I'm not gonna bring up any spoilers.
The one we didn't have the synopsis for was the Spider's Temptation.
Oh, okay.
So next week we might have the synopses for 22 to 24 or whatever. So that'll be fun, so we can have a chat about those next week. Oh yeah, so Spider's Temptation will be Monday. We won't be doing that one on the Sunday itself. That'll be the Monday when I'm back from my sojourn. But
look, bots, I don't have the rent for my own land. I'll ask him.
Oh gosh, yeah. Digimon bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this episode was really straightforward. It was very good, very scary at points. The mystery of the black fire, and it being a prison of fire, lived up to its name. Yeah. But again, I still do like that this episode didn't just go, "Oh, you're misunderstood," and stop the fight. It continued on. They were still willing to kill Hero and Kaos.
They were also willing to kill Jellimon because he turned around and went, "You could."
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah, and that doesn't...
When you realize afterwards they cannot leave. Like, he'd have to turn that off for them to...
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That kind of bugged me. Like, Claire Lizamon being like, "You can leave if you want." And then later on going, "Oh, we were just protecting him and humans only see us as monsters. We're so sad."
The humans saw them as monsters, and
so was he getting revenge on the other humans through Kyoshiro? Spiteful. Yeah. Okay.
Would be if a big crowd of people calling you
and a murderer.
Then you interacted with another human.
Yeah, like the animation in that scene, like not obviously not when they all became shadows and just start chanting.
Yeah,
but like the close-ups on the faces and the eyeballs and everything. Ugh. Yeah.
Felt like that scene. And all the people, all the Simpsons, all from the room, and they're all like, "It's all your fault. It's all your fault." And again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
I feel like from here they're gonna
I think
investigating him because
and this has all been building since the Phallusmon episode. Like we've had building blocks of Digimon learning that human emotion will let them materialize in the real world. Phallusmon, we talk about it every week because like Phallusmon was just like, yeah, try and stop me, see if I care. And now we're getting Digimon that realize Blacktailmon has something to do with it and can open gates, and there's more to that Digimon than and we said that from the beginning, like there's got to be something special about this version of Blacktailmon. But again, we've a Black Agumon, we've a Dark Flare Lizamon, we've a Saber Dramon, there's Gulus just waiting to pop out. So I thought this episode was going to be more about the dark versions of Digimon, just even thematically. there wouldn't have to be necessarily a gimmick, but I thought there might have had to be.
They could start flock.
But that's
The
it.
others got home.
But that's it, and that's what I wonder if, like, where next week's episode, where Arachnimon is going to be. Is this going to be someone else coming after Hero? Because word has gotten around about, you know, even like even Piximon wanted the Digivices. So word is getting out. This is like, the story isn't progressing in a here you go kind of way. It's snapping off the square of the chocolate and going, have that bit. Snap off. Have that bit. It's all building. Like, Velasmon knows what's up. Piximon was looking for the bracelets. I still think, I agree. I still think there was someone else behind that as well.
Giving him orders, but
fun and games or whatever.
Games, yeah.
You know, the Digimon in this episode looking for the Blacktailmon. It's all starting to go somewhere. Slowly, yes, but I don't think we're going to have the overarching plot explained to us next week. I still think they're just going to slow burn on that. And then we'll probably get to like 30 and then...
Yeah, because
like that'll be like the halfway-ish point.
We still can't exactly say that.
No, we don't know the episode count yet.
There could be 150. I know there's not going to be.
No, there's not, but for all we know at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably, like, I would say it's probably going to be
much-
around 50, 52. I can't see this going to 67.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like even the Monster of the Week formula now isn't just Monster of the Week. It's building on that there is this there's something coming. Like something is on its way, it's descending on the kids. And now we're getting into the idea of that memory of Pokémon. Maybe they'll be the bridge that connect humans and Digimon. These Digimon who tried to help this human, but because of the circumstances they were in, were seen as murderers and fire starters and everything else, and that turned them into desperate, monsters. You know, they were willing to kill Kyoshiro. They were being very spiteful, looking to take hostages at the fairway. Jesus, fairground. That's the one. So yeah, no, like it's swelling. It's starting to swell, and when
That's
we do. What? Yeah.
On killing people.
Yeah.
Maybe something from.
I don't think Mummymon is showing up next week. I would like for the two to meet at some point, but it is away. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can see this bitch and the others.
Yeah.
They're looking into the digital world.
Yeah.
Whatever is. Kind of a meet in the middle kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot more Blacktailmon we just don't know about. Hokuto is still a link, like a dangling plot point. But it's starting to swell, and when we do get that crescendo, I think it's going to be worth it, because we're going to be able to go, oh, and that's what that meant, and that's what that meant. You know, like the first 10 episodes when we did the rewatch, there wasn't really a lot of connective tissue, but 11 to 20 have a lot more connective tissue to them, because the Monster of the Week formula is still there, but there's just these little bits and crannies, like nooks and crannies even, that just are building the foundation of where this show is going to go. You know, and as I say, like eventually we'll find out about the AI, if that has something to do with it, the computer virus or whatever, from Angoramon's explanation in school, and you know, like I'm sure eventually we'll get there, but I hope these misunderstandings in Digimon cars will be relevant in the future, unlike Adventure 2020. I'm sure they will. Huh? She'll be back. She'll be back.
At least be better at singing.
Well, I was literally just about to say she'll be back, and her singing will have improved, and that will help with the bridge. You know, that's what, you know. Yeah, it'll be something like that, right? You know, like there'll be.
First hologram.
a virtual app tuber.
That's Siren Mon is Hatsune Miku.
And there it is. Right, so that's right. So watch that happen. No, seriously, watch that happen.
Just go. Just install one.
Yeah, just rewrite her own code. Yeah. All right. Will we get on to the ranking then? Okay. So let's get into. Was on it was.
Yeah.
Okay. So episode 20, Prison of Fire. Go first.
That was by the
I hope not.
I don't like doing it 2 weeks in a row, but Gamamon is my
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Gamamon.
Like he
Brackets,
was.
all.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
All of them.
Because this was very much Gamamon's episode. This was him learning how to.
I'm so proud of him. He's like, I can fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he grew up a little. He matured a little. You know, and we're starting to see a bit more of what Piximon was so excited about last week. Like, oh my god, you're actually so cool. You know, but yeah, I would totally. I don't know why I clicked that one. I would agree. I'm gonna give it to Gamamon this week. And what about score? You want the other one? Right. The Witching Hour, Game of Death, Dribbles. Yeah? Yeah, like it wasn't freezing hell.
Yeah.
You know, or the Siren Mon
Like
episode.
with Freezing Hell, they were like, no, he's just trying to help us, and then, oh, all right, you're gonna kill us, but it's okay.
Yeah. I'm
getting more of a rating.
Yeah.
Also for that,
and that's character development
of just Jellymon already being attacked.
Starting that episode off with Kyotro looking out the window and Saberdramon's just spread out and terrifying.
Yeah. Already in trouble.
Yeah, no, it was a really well put together episode. Very, very good. And I want to have a look. I want to have a look at the overall ranking before I decide on something. No, weird. Yeah. No, I'm convinced now. I'm gonna give this episode a 5.
Oh.
Full mark. Full marks.
I was excited about that too.
Yeah. One of our housemates just let out this weird oh. So they seem to be excited about my mark too. So yeah. So let me adjust here for a second. Grab that. Oh, no. Yep. So where I'm going to place it, however, is under Nightly Procession of Monsters and over Mystery of the Museum. I still don't know if it's a better episode than Nightly Procession of Monsters. I'm very tempted to rank it higher than that, though. So every week just doesn't stick.
Oh, it's this one.
Oh, hold on.
in
I
my
need
head,
to.
I
What
have-
did I? What was that? What was that original on Game of Death? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
In my head, Game of Death.
With yeah. So you gave 90% of monsters 5 as well. Oh, are you going to adjust? Can't do anything. I can't have anything to myself, can I? So where are you gonna put it? Because your 5s are laid out a bit different than mine. Whoa! Holy crap! Really? Jesus! Yowie wowie! Okay. Yowie wowie!
Yeah, that could be some recent.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Okay. Okay. Five. Oh, yeah. 5. Jesus.
Executioner episode gained a 6. Yes, it's a 5, but it's.
Oh yeah, like it's a 5 plus. Basically, it's a 5 plus.
Got a 6.
Yeah, it was just that good. So, wow. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know if anything is better than Divine Anger from like outside of these 3 yet. So, even if I had, yeah.
I love her.
But it's
I
Jelly
absolutely
Monsuma's
love her.
debut, and it's like the
Yeah.
best partner debut we've ever had.
Yeah. I know. I really.
Okay.
Resolved well.
I gotta fix this here as well. So 5 there. Wow.
So I feel like next.
Yeah, because we've hit a stride of
Judging
just
on-
looking at it like 6, 3, 5, 4, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. Well, you know, yeah. So next week, so based on our rankings, Spider's Temptation is gonna suck, or it'll just
Based
be
on the
okay.
pattern.
Based on the pattern, Spider's Temptation is just gonna be kind of okay. You know, I want it to be good.
I want it to be.
But we always want the episodes to be good. Geez, yeah.
5. That was usually.
Yeah, let's see. 5. That's it. 5, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 4, 4, 5. Yeah. We're due a bad one. Or a not so enjoyable one. Like, you've only given one episode a 2, and I haven't even gone down that far yet. So that still stands to
I
the
had the
show's
first-
quality as a whole.
I had the first point.
Yeah. Yeah, so like that really stands to the show's quality as a whole as it's been progressing. So
And I think that's the one I changed.
I'd have
I
to go
feel
back
like
and
it-
look at
yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at older.
I feel like I lowered that one.
Yeah, you might have adjusted 2 of them, but I would have to go back and look at it.
Gotta go back.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Go back to episode 13 and just see what the ranking was like then. So jumping back over to the stream itself then, yeah, I guess we'll just jump into last week's comments because oh god, that and the chat hasn't said anything else since the Executioner episode.
Argument. Talking.
That's fair.
No, I'm just
not a discussion. Yeah, a heated one. What? Love you. Okay. So last week's comments. Let me bring up that then, and I did. I'm dumb. Right. Comments. So
okay, you
like I stayed up for Digimon Con. Okay, give me a break. So
you want to read the?
Well, I was gonna say I'll load up the comments for both. I think we've only 2, 3 comments.
Homework.
Yami did. We should go over Yami's scores because. Okay, so we'll start with the comments from last week anyway. So on our episode 19, Watchalong, we have comments from Justin, and we have comments from Pedja. One in response to Justin and one that they made themselves. So we'll start with Pedja's first comment because it's the latest one. So, this was an okay episode, some interesting hints about Gamamon's past and future, and some creepy elements. I give it a 3.5. Okay, next episode looks great, like the preview is full of action. Finally, the plot moves on. Kinda, sorta. You see, this is what we talked about last week as well. The previews are very good at making the episode look like it's going to do something the episode itself doesn't actually end up doing. So I'm starting, like, the trailers lie a lot.
That's what trailers are for. So you don't get the whole movie.
What?
All the trailers.
What, like they used to do in the 80s? Yeah, fair. So Digimon looks great from the preview. Yeah, I really did like the little red speckle effect Digimon had going on. That was fun.
They're very good at effects, like the flame effect. Like there's the good colors in it, and then there's an effect over that as well to make it actually flames or sparkly things actually look sparkly. The light or whatever.
Yeah. Voiced Bergermon. I don't think so. That wasn't Bergermon's voice from 2020 or even 99. So probably got somebody different in. Would have been a fun little reference though. Look from the preview, they all look beat up. I think we might see Gulus in this ep. Well, that didn't happen. Next week is
almost. We felt it would be.
We felt it would be, yeah.
From the trailer and even watching the episode, we were like, okay.
Yeah.
They're good at building him up.
Like
he's always in the back of your mind.
They've really turned Gulus Gamamon into an effective boogeyman.
Yeah.
I think that was
anytime Gamamon goes to evolve.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it's always
even when I know it's definitely not going to happen, I'm still like.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good tension to it. Yeah.
What's that? And it's because Gamamon.
Yeah.
Baby.
Next week is Digimon Con. May it rest in infamy. I do wonder what they'll announce. Survive's release date? Nope. Toei Animation on Twitter is hyping up Digimon Con's Digimon anime discussion segment. I hope you weren't expecting too much. That segment is supposed to be an hour long. It was. Half an hour for 02, half an hour for Tamers and Ghost Game. I hope you didn't hype yourself up too much for it. I expect 02 movie news. Did you like your drawing of Daisuke? Adventure.
What was the thing that they were like, oh, this new surprise thing, and it was like a torn.
Oh yeah, jeez, like
and they were like hyping up like you were gonna see a whole trailer of something. And it's just an image flashed up, and everyone's like, oh.
It was like the logo for the card game World Championship finals or something.
But they were acting like there was gonna be a big trailer, like, oh look, watch this. It's gonna be
and it was just this logo flashed up, and that was it.
We're like, what?
Yeah. I totally forgot about that because it was literally you blinked and you missed it. Yeah.
Something else came up as well. Maybe it was the.
Oh.
That I remember saying in the chat. I blinked, what happened? But I saw the logo, so it wasn't that.
I do wonder if, let's see, that segment's supposed to be an hour. I expect 02 movie news. Adventure 2020 dub announcement, yes, and I'm still looking forward to that. More information about Ghost Game. Not about Ghost Game in terms of plot, but more backstory and what's going into the production, what they're looking at in terms of morality and values and things like that. So,
out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm certain Toei has a big plan for Digimon. It's trending in Japan. Sorry, couldn't finish that sentence. Not Pedge's fault, but Toei having plans.
Toei.
Merchandise sales a lot, especially.
Toei is very good at hyping.
Yeah. Merchandise sales a lot, especially adventure merchandise. Next week is hype. Again, I hope you didn't build yourself up too big.
My brain, that's a typo.
Carton. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care. I'm like, no, he's not. I don't think that's a word, but that's...
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Alright, so then Justin, always good to see you in the comments, my friend. I like this episode, to be honest. Not much that I can say. However, it was pretty creepy seeing the Shadow Stalker versions of Rory and Hero. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were gonna do that classic bit where the fake copy acts like the real one and convinces the other people that he's the real one. I did as well.
I thought they were gonna do it.
And then Gamamon just immediately went, Hero! And I was like, oh, okay, they're just not even gonna bother with that trope.
Yeah, I'm kinda glad they didn't.
No.
Very...
Yeah.
Pointing to go, which one do I...
One thing that I wonder about is what did Piccomon,
Picklemon?
Yeah, the pickle, exactly see when he traveled to the past? Because seeing him battle damaged and talking about Battle Gamamon makes me wonder, did he see Gulus Gamamon? And if so, how did he survive?
Does he blink back into the future?
Yeah, it was like, I'm getting out of here.
Gulus is like mid-tail thing and he blinks out of existence.
Yeah, but that's another thing that's come up. Like Piximon last week and now Dark Flare Lizamon both looking at Gamma and going, what are you? Like, so that's another building block in this sort of swelling plot that's ongoing. You know, I know people just want the story to be, you know, I know they just want Hakuto to appear out of a digital gate and go, so here's what's going to happen for the next 30 episodes.
Yeah.
I know people want that.
That's kind of the way that shows are now. They give you...
Yeah.
Like, let's make a plan with it. Episode. All this.
The one thing I'm happy that they're not doing that about is you're not setting yourself up for an expectation then. Because if the show turns up and goes, so this is what's going to happen for the next 30 episodes, and your brain goes into basically fan fiction mode with that information, and then it doesn't happen, and you get upset at the show for not doing what you were never promised it was going to do to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying like these itty bitty, you know, little bits that are swelling up into this crescendo.
Like the synopsis, I'm glad that come out.
Yeah, and they're so vague.
Yeah, some of them can be a bit descriptive. What happens?
Yeah.
Rory goes here, and Princess this, but they're still not telling you that what's actually happening. Or they're not spoiling things. Like they might spoil who's in it, but
but that's you know, they'll tell you the monster of the week, and that's kind of it.
But they're like, again, they're on for like, and you don't like. That's one thing, like with like watching Doctor. Every article that would come out, like photos from what was going on set, and you'd have the whole episode in front of you before you ever get to watch it.
Yeah.
And, like even the ending, what was going to happen before it happened. Had the thing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Same. Definitely. How did he survive? Basically, yeah, as Meg said, probably just blinked back into existence when he realized he was nearly dead. And then, Pedro replied to Justin saying, well, Piximon is a perfect level. He survived, but barely. That speaks to how powerful Gulus is.
That's only an adult.
Yeah, Gulus is only an adult, but we don't know if Piximon's seen Gulus. For all we know, Piximon went back to, like, King Gamamon or something, who has full control over his evolutions like he did now. And he just got whooped by all three regular Gamamon at once.
Yeah, or like that fan art where there was like Gamamon. Maybe he showed up and just a whole lot of the Gamamon hopped on him. He's just covered in bites because there were like 20 babies.
20 babies. I mean,
probably see that now.
just 20 Gamamon just
all of
gnawing
them.
on
You have
Digimon.
bad vibes.
But then Veggie said, but it's still a mystery why Black Agumon appeared in Gulu's episode. Maybe he's someone from Gamamon's past too. Yeah, and we'll get there eventually. You know, I'm kind of surprised
like,
Black Agumon didn't turn up today.
Yeah, but that's why I think, like we were saying, Dark One will figure into it more.
Yeah.
Now, I know we were saying that because of this episode, but that doesn't, just because those two went away, doesn't mean that more of them are.
Exactly, yeah.
Because we think they're tied to Gulu, and
yeah. Right, so let's see what I see Sleek is in the chat. So what I would like is stuff that they would give theory and speculation. What I would like is stuff that they would give theory and speculation that would give satisfaction and correct Adventure 20. Well, most of Adventure 2020. Okay. Yeah. Like, I get it. Again, I understand people do want the show to be like, okay, here's the plot, here's everything. But again, I don't think it's a bad way of doing storytelling to just slowly drip feed the audience so that when this crescendo I'm talking about finally happens, we get the same sort of euphoria that we got from the Gulu's episode.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Oh, so and so is gonna be in episode 20.
Yeah,
you know,
like the reason the Gulu's Gamamon episode,
they're not a surprise. They're not.
Yeah,
you don't feel that.
Like the reason the Gulu's Gamamon episode worked so well is because every episode was very much, it was a misunderstanding, or the enemy got away, or it wasn't doing the Digimon thing where, well, I attack bigger than you, I win. There wasn't really death to speak of, and then Gulu's just murdered stuff and was happy to murder the kids.
Yeah, and like there was another death that curious me
to the show. Yeah, like to the court,
the show, and
Gamamon himself.
And the causation of it.
Yeah.
So
like, I mean, that's why that episode works so well, and I feel like if you change course now and you write this show like any other Digimon show, and like Genai just steps in and goes, because of a great prophecy, Venom Myotismon has returned from the adventure of Earth 1999 to cause blah 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 blah, aided by the AI Leviathan of Earth App 9245. You know, like you get nonsense like that, I feel like it's just gonna suck the energy out of the show.
The show doesn't have.
It doesn't. The show doesn't have a quest. It's this show isn't about destiny.
Yeah.
Or
it's not. Go find these 7, 8 things that you have to get to be able to do this other thing, and then when you get those, go off and find these other things. And go to this specific place. It's not like that.
No. Yeah, no. This show is not about destiny. At least not yet. Maybe they'll turn a corner on that.
That's also one thing I'm happy about, is it reminds me this show doesn't have nostalgia factor to it.
No.
Except for when Agumon stepped in. But that was a different kind of nostalgia.
Yeah.
But
do I need to bring Dark Taichi back on screen? Do I?
But what I'm enjoying is that it not like an animation and all the information all the time, or it's all set out in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the whole plot of the show happens. Yes, kids. A little bit. But, you know, we're able to sit down and just talk about it, not be able to go.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, and I totally agree with you there. No more prophecy, magic ass will just be realistic sci-fi like parts of Tick. Yeah, but I mean, I mentioned before, what Ghost Game is doing now is exactly what Appmon did. Like, Appmon did... Yeah, you can. Appmon didn't explain itself until late into the show, and because it was feeding you information slowly and you were able to sort of connect the dots on everything, that's where Applemon sort of, holy crap, this show is amazing. You know, that's where a lot of that comes from, because that doesn't happen until episode 45, 6, 7. You know, that's when everything starts coming together really, and everything over the course of the show, and you go, wait a minute, there's no plot holes. They've actually answered that question, that random thing that happened in episode 15. You know, they've just explained that. Yeah, well, I mean, you were doing your Twitter watch along. I mean, those are going to be your notes. Unless you're starting over.
I will have to start over. It's been a while since I...
Okay.
I need...
Okay, fair.
Well, I only got to like... So
well, there you go. So it's not... So it's not too much. Right, so let me jump over to the comments from the Digimon Con. And we'll sort of go from there. Comments I haven't responded to. 11 hours, 14 hours, 16, 10, 7, 6. Okay, 7. Was there a 17 in there? No. So 16 hours ago. So we'll go 16, 14, 11. Okay, just newest first. Okay, we'll go backwards. Oh, Pedja. 16 hours ago. Well, at least we got an English dub trailer for Adventure 2020. Other than that, nothing else. So stupid. I'm glad I didn't stay awake to watch the stream. I'd be wasting 6 hours pointlessly. Thanks. Things I do for you people. Things I do for you people. Right.
Sorry, I can see myself.
So Yami then says, ugh, 6.5 hours, glad I didn't stay up for it. Adulting doesn't allow for such things. Hey, I'm an adult, I have stuff going on. Is there anything of note to take away from it, or key points to watch? You kind of got all that from our mini review at the start of this podcast. So... Infinity Master, I could see you. I haven't seen you in the comments for a while. Good to see you again. The good things, Digimon Survive can last up to 100 hours, and the new Digimon story game is going to focus on the Olympus 12 and take place in the digital world. Bad things, no remakes, remasters, or ports of old Digimon games, no release date for Digimon Survive, and the number of trainable Digimon in Digimon Survive is only 113 Digimon total, which is an abysmal number compared to, say, Digimon World 2 that had 182 total trainable Digimon. That's a low number. I think even Cyber Sleuth had more than that.
Yeah.
Like, Cyber Sleuth had 200 and something.
Like we were talking about, you know, complaining about all the Pokemon in all the games. Like, gosh, sure, they only get so many, but still a low number.
Yeah. There are 341 Digimon in Digimon Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. Yeah, so that's the Complete Edition. So that's including 92 added from Cyber Sleuth Prime to Hacker's Memory.
Hacker's Memory.
You can. Because the stories run concurrently. Yeah, they're not... It doesn't matter which one you play first. But I think a lot of things... Because Hacker's Memory was made second, it does fill in the gaps on some things in Cyber Sleuth. So if you've played that one first, I think you'll benefit from Hacker's Memory more as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So then... like, that is... Like, yeah. Like, I get that, like, they've had like a 5-year development cycle and they've changed development teams.
In the game?
I don't think so. So 113, like, what is that going to be? The 8 from Adventure plus all their levels. Maybe something from Ghost Game to promote new... oh, wait, no. That's... The casual fans wouldn't understand that. Crap. 113. The evolution pool is going to be tiny.
There's at least 3.
Yeah.
And then there's bigger levels, alternate.
Yeah.
Like,
the evolution pool is going to be
like
tiny.
10 Digimon, realistically.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you factor in Baby and Baby 2, right? In training. Actually, I don't know.
Are they maybe saying it's 113?
Total. Yeah, 113 total.
So it's not like...
If you factor
it's
in...
not like they're just counting Agumon, Almon.
No, but that's the point I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Like if you factor in, like, you go for the Agumon line, Photomon, Horomon, Agumon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, War Greymon.
That's what brought it into my head, saying the babies. And
yeah.
It's like, well, maybe they just mean this guy, and not 2 babies before. But
yeah.
Maybe that's how they're counting it. But they said.
Yeah, the evolution pool is going to be tiny for that game. Maybe more will get added in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like I appreciate the dev team left and they got new people in. But it's a fucking visual novel.
Yeah.
It's 70% visual novel.
Yeah, it's not like with...
And maybe that'll work to the game's benefit. Maybe only having 113 in a visual novel setting will work to its benefit. But yeah. Because it's not a JRPG like a Cyber Sleuth or a Next Order or one of those.
Yeah, and it depends as well on how they're animated.
Yeah.
Like, are they just jumping forward, back, or is it like one where each attack has?
Yeah. Well, the sprite animation that they did show off, like say for Agumon sprite, it looks like they do have like individual movements for like arms and shoulders, like. You know that 2D, 3D thing that Square Enix are doing on their RPGs now? It's kind of like the other way around on that. So it's 3D and 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... But still, 113. Maybe it being 70% visual novel, that won't really matter. It's...
Depends on...
But that's the thing, like there's 3 main routes based on different emotions. And then if you complete, and then a 4th route can open up. But so if you're stuck with the same 113 over 4 routes, that's gonna get kind of boring, I feel, because there's no real diversity in what you can do.
About it with you.
No. New Digimon Frontier Dims are coming out, so that's interesting. That's about it. Zero out of 100. That's their rating for the. Yeah. It's a type of V-pet. And then JP says, I live in the UK. And there are a lot of retailers selling Digimon LCD pets, including Amazon, who regularly put them on sale for $12.50. Yeah, I only learned that Amazon UK are selling them, like, today. Because none of the game stores or comic stores here do them. And I haven't seen anybody else say, oh yeah, I found this in my local comic shop. Yeah. So it does just, for the most part, seem like Europe gets ignored. Because Bandai, even when they promote them on their like official Twitters and stuff, it's always, you can find them at your local GameStop or your EB Games, and it's always more the American.
Them on Amazon. Like.
Yeah, like they're probably not being imported from Amazon US. Like they're probably in an Amazon UK warehouse, all right.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't make you
I haven't seen any. Yeah, no, I mean? I haven't seen any brick and mortar stores selling them over here, and I haven't seen anybody else say that either. Anyone else in European countries seems to have imported them from Amazon US because obviously we don't have EB Games and Hot Topic and
and a lot of other.
with customs and
customs, but they can't. They have like it's
yeah,
in the UK.
which is weird.
It works out a little better for us because we got our own agreement with them,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, still, yeah, no, it's the whole UK situation is it's a bit of a cluster, but
Yeah, that's fine.
no, no,
I
I
can
no.
see why, like, you can say I live there, and
If you're outside of the UK, well, you know, we're having our own issues with UK postage. Like the
yeah,
company,
like, the way we
the
can
company,
put it is like
Hold on,
you're
can
in
I-
the UK and you're in the like not
Yeah,
the.
well, I'm gonna say, I was just gonna say,
So while it's, I don't.
yes, you do.
While he's also in Europe, he's not in
The EU,
the EU,
Right.
so it's working out a little different.
right?
is what I'm
So,
trying to say.
so the point I was trying to get to was the company I work for. The company I work for has an international postage service for it's a newspaper company, right? So they have customers all over the world who buy the newspaper, whether it be up to date issues or back copies or whatever, right? A customer base all over the world, America, Canada, Taiwan, Hong Kong, everywhere, Japan. We've customers all over, right? My company. The UK are now sending issues back to us because they haven't passed customs checks. A newspaper, which costs you about $2.50, maybe $3.70 at the weekend, because they're being sent as a commercial product. They're being sent back to us. So it's like this, like what? An envelope that's probably only going to be about yay big, with the paper folded up and put into it, labeled up, sent off. Because it's marked as a commercial product, it's being sent back to us now. So, as Meg said, like, it's one thing to say I live in the UK and this is what's happening here. The rest of us aren't seeing that benefit because of the difference now between the UK and the European Union. So yeah, like, I'm happy to hear that the territory or the continent of Europe hasn't been left out in some respect, but generally it seems like EU and UK have different rules going on.
Like they energy bunch of shit even get here.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I mean, Amazon are pretty good for that, you know.
Yeah, they're
like,
good at
especially
that
if you've Prime, like, Amazon will work your customs and stuff in at checkout, but there's still always that risk now that it'll just get to the customs office, something will be amiss, and it'll just get sent back, and you know, it's just. So I'm happy you're able to get them. Kudos.
like it makes it easier
Yeah.
but at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, so let me jump back over to let's see, well, magic all is done by sci-fi, that would make sense. Yeah, and we don't know that Ghost Game isn't going to go down that route. It just hasn't told us yet, and I'm personally enjoying the not knowing and the mystery and the intrigue, you know. So it draws you back in. It does. So next week, Arachnimon or Arukenimon. Yeah, a literal phonetic translation of Arachnimon. So she's going to feature as the main antagonist next week. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Once more, before we get out of here, I think we're ready to bounce because it is 20 to 1 in the morning. The podcast will be delayed by a day next week because I'm going to be away that weekend. And then that week, Sunday will go ahead as normal. Let me just get the calendar here. So the podcast that would normally be on the 6th is going to get bumped to the 7th. The podcast on the 13th will go ahead as normal. And then the podcast that would normally happen on... What? Okay, yeah, 13. Yeah, good number, right. And then the podcast that would normally happen on the 20th is going to get bumped to the 21st because Meg is going to be away for that weekend. So hopefully, maybe I'll do something over on Twitch that Sunday instead. Then, so I can still hang out with you guys and we can, shoot the breeze and just hang out and chat or whatever. So.
All these.
Yeah. At the moment you're having trouble with Arceus at the moment.
Yeah, so I can't game, so basically.
Yeah. As you haven't been well.
Well, novels in the meantime because they can't make it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. Oh yeah, jeez.
The other games I have, they're all banned on Twitch, so I won't be.
Leave them on YouTube.
I don't think Money Pop Studio is allowed anywhere.
No, I don't think. No, you'll have to pre-record that and then do all the editing work. Boy. Cool. So I think we're ready to bounce. So just to everybody who tuned in, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you for listening to my ramblings about Digimon Con, our ramblings about the Pokemon presentation, and then of course our watch along and review of this episode. We hope to see you back very soon for Digimon Post Game episode 21, The Spider's Temptation, or The Spider's Lure, as it was translated as. Technically the same thing. I prefer Temptation. Reminds me of the Buddhist story, but it's a bit
weird to say to children.
If you think it's a bit of a censorship title, like the same intention but a different.
I like Temptation.
No, but
unless you turn it into that content.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get human Arachnimon here hitting on Hero or anything. So I think it would have been fine. She's
not seducing him. She's tempting him into her bed so she can murder him.
Isn't like the second last episode of 02 called The Final Temptation of the Digidestined or something? Because it's Venom Vandemon showing them all their deepest desires or whatever. Ken's deepest desire was to die. That's kind of creepy. That's still like, ooh. All these years later, I'm just gonna go in here, Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you all. You can follow us on Twitter at the Code Crown. There's a thing down there. Just type in the Code Crown, you'll find us, and we both tweet from that account. And tweets are tagged by myself or by Meg. So.
And I'll probably be.
Cool.
While I do this, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, I might ruin the show for you several times. He looks like this and this had a baby. Oh crap, he does.
Can confirm.
Along those lines.
Can confirm.
But why didn't he just do this? Like the Eagles in Lord of the Rings. I just ruin everything.
Yeah, why didn't they ride the Eagles to Mordor?
They weren't allowed.
The plot said so.
The Eagles didn't want to.
Yeah.
Literally, the Eagles were. Oh, we're not going to help them.
Oh, is that the in-story reason? Is that like
yeah,
or is that added later on?
No, they only agreed to help Gandalf.
Sauron wasn't serious enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, look, you guys. You all look after yourselves. Do take care, and we will see you very, very soon. Thank you again, and bye. Why did I have to scuff the ending?